Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a few weeks since I posted. I've been kind of lazy. I feel like I moved to this house and I got this garage and I have like an opportunity to work on a car whenever I feel like it, and I just don't. I guess I don't have any motivation or anything right now. No one's really working on their cars that I hang out with. So to keep the channel going, I picked up some Mayhem Werkz bash bars for the front and back. So we're going to install those today, and probably be a pretty quick video, but first we'll open them up and let you guys check them out. So I already unboxed them. They just come in a box with a bunch of bubble wrap on them, so I guess they don't get scratched up. So I'm going to cut these open real quick and we'll check them out. So I'm not sure if you could even see that, but this thing was wrapped up so good. This is probably the longest it took me to unwrap anything I ever received for a car. But these things are pretty nice. This one's the front one here. Try not to slam them on the car. Put a logo in there. That's for the JDM front. So this bumper support will bolt right here instead of right here. So we're going to have to pull that off the car. And then the rear one is pretty solid. It's going to go right into where the stock bumper bar goes, which this car does not have, because it would have been in this area, but it's going to go right in here. So I'm going to pull off the rear bumper. I got to remove this top one tow hook, and then inside here I'm going to have to remove this RFAB bar. So I'm going to start with the front. So for the front, I'm going to pull off the bumper support. It's 210s, and then these boxes, they have 212s on each side. So we're going to get started with those first. Alright, so that's off. This is what it'll look like. You had a 12 here, 12 here, same on the other side. So on this bar here, you can see it's slotted with the little rectangle in the middle. That'll sit right on this little groove right here. So right now I'm just going to see if I have some nicer 12s. Well, I'm changing them out. If not, I'll just use those again. And then we're just going to stick those on the same way we took off these little supports. So I should have some protection in front of the car now. It's pretty solid. So this bumper support right here, I want to clean this up a little bit. Like there's some rust forming here. I'm just going to wipe it down, clean it up. I believe I have some Pour 15. I'm just going to hurry up and paint it. But I want to trim it up a little bit. Like this area right here, I really don't like how that sticks out. And just trim that a little bit. Same on this side. Maybe add a little weld on the inside. I don't know. I'm going to clean it up real quick. I'll show it to you. And then I'm going to throw this rack together my friend brought me from the Tesla dealership. So I got it cleaned up pretty good. I wanted to cut these little tabs off because they stuck out further, and I would always hit my knee on them while the car was sitting up. So no more hitting of the knee. So I want to throw this rack together real quick because this is what they use to hang body panels on at the dealership. So hopefully I could just throw this thing together, and it's got like all these little arms, and I could get some string or some wire and hang this up and make it much easier to paint. So I got that rack put together. These are all just the extra arms down here, but this thing's pretty dope. I'm not sure what they use this for at Tesla. Looks like to hold windows or something, I don't know, but you can move these. They come with different size arms, which is tight. So look, I just have this sitting on here. I'm gonna be able to paint this, and then when this side dries, flip it over to this side. So I'm gonna be using Core 15. This is a rust encapsulator. So of course this is off a JDM car. This wasn't new. It's 30 years old. So you can see there's a little bit of rust on here. So I'm gonna use this to paint. This stuff's kind of expensive. I got this kit from Advanced Auto Parts. It was like 39 bucks. It came with the metal prep, a degreaser, and this. So this should be plenty to do this bumper support. And I'm just going to use a regular paintbrush. This stuff is self-leveling, so should work out pretty good. So I got this all painted up all the way around. So this is going to be like a real glossy black once it's done. I don't know if you can see it now, but this is all self-leveling, so there's no real paint strokes in it from the brush. So I pretty much just saved this piece from rotting away. Plus these are kind of hard to find now. All this JDM stuff's pretty hard to find. I just did my friend's front end conversion. He had a HID one. He paid like 2,500 bucks for it. Alright, so here's the rear bar. It came with these 4 spacers here, and they go into these holes here, and those are where you put the tag lights at, I guess, in case you don't want to run a rear bumper or whatnot. So basically I got the tow hook off already. I got the rear bar out, and I had to drill the rivet nuts out of these holes. So basically I'm not taking the bumper off. You're going to have to. I'm going to be getting a new bumper soon anyway, so I just loosened up the bottom so I can pull this out the way. And then we're just going to slide the legs right in here. I have the factory 14s right here, and hopefully this goes on smooth. Down in here, you're just gonna line up the hole. As you can see, this thing lines up perfectly. I already have one bolt in this side, so I'm gonna finish putting these bolts in, tighten them up, and then we'll take a look and see how it looks. Alright, so the fit and finish on these bumper bars are pretty spot on. I couldn't be happier with them. They were worth the wait. If you didn't know, Mayhem Werkz, follow him on Instagram. I know he's had a lot of family issues. I think his fiance or girlfriend was going through chemo, so go show the guy some support. I think I waited for 8 weeks for these. It was totally worth it. I do have some space in between, so I'm gonna probably put some bolts coming out this way so I could still mount my tow hook in there, and that'll fit in perfectly. So that's pretty exciting. As far as this bumper goes, I'm done with that cut bumper for now. I'll probably just hang on to it and just in case. It weighs actually nothing. I forgot how light it was. And the front one, same thing. Fitment was spot on. It's like really strong. I don't want to shake it too much because the car's on jack stands, but I can't wait until this thing dries up tomorrow. You could already see the gloss is looking a lot better than what it looked like before we started. So I can get this mounted onto these tabs here. It's just 10s on both sides, and then that'll be done. I know I haven't updated on the fuel stuff at all, but I'm waiting on parts. As you can see here, I have a boatload of fuel parts just sitting. So I have been ordering stuff. I just haven't been working on the car. So just need to get back the motivation that I've been missing, because once it gets warm outside, I'm going to want to go and hang out with my friends at the track, or one of my buddies has like a local meet for just Hondas, so I definitely want to do those things. Also, pick this up. It's a JDM GSR. I have no clue of the condition of this motor. It's been sitting for over 10 years. So I pulled out the plugs and I'll put a cap of oil in each cylinder just to lubricate the rings and the walls or whatnot. So it's been sitting for a little bit, like a day or two. All this stuff is like OBD 0, so I want to pull all of this off. I think this came out of an EF, but all the plugs, all round plugs, so I'm pretty sure that's OBD 0. So all that, I'm going to pull all that off. I'm just going to give it another day or two, probably Saturday. I'll hand crank it, and if it turns smoothly, I'm going to pull this off of the engine stand, bolt the transmission to it with a starter, and we're going to try to compression test it. So comment down below if you think, if I come back with good compression, I should just yank this B20 out and throw that in there and rock it just like that. Or do you think I should take the motor apart and take my time with it and rebuild it so I have something stronger? Because I do have some VTEC parts laying around. But the coil and plug would be going on that motor, the Moroso 5-quart oil pan, and a couple other things. But I was looking at this motor. It still has a factory Honda timing belt on it, so I don't know if that's ever been changed, but you can see here like the alternator belt just deteriorating. So it's got 2-post mount, so it makes me definitely think it was an EF of some sort. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you think I should do with that GSR motor. White car, just still sitting. Got to get motivation back. I've just been doing too many house projects. But that's enough rambling on. Until next time, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.